New time.
Sousa, you're getting very sleepy.
No, now that I'm up, I'm up.
You're very sleepy, Sousa.
Double fisted.
Your toe spacers have never felt better.
I do need to put my toe spacers on.
The sheets are clean. You've taken one out of the chamber. I would like to start the morning in the same place that we left off yesterday. No, not where we left off. I'd like to start take two. Good morning, Bernie. How are you, buddy? How are you? I appreciate your comments about the 1977 Volkswagen Rabbit, explaining how it didn't fit the story of evading arrest. It's only 64 horsepower under the engine. The wheels on the thing were like this big. Smallest tires in the world. Yesterday we started the show about keeping your own power. You want to align who you are with taking all responsibility, all accountability. You want to behave the way God would behave. The way you guys explained to me the way God behaves. He knows everything. He knows every hair on your head. He knows how you're gonna what you're gonna do tomorrow, what you're gonna do the next day. He knew you before you were born, right? There's all these cool lines in the Bible, right? You guys are always sharing with me. So let me tell you the part that I know about behaving like God and taking personal responsibility and accountability. Mirroring the great one. Yesterday, my son says to me, we're in Newport Beach. We're away from home from the week. Before this, we were in Scottsdale for a few days. So we've been away from home for a while. And before we left on the trip, he said to me, hey, Heidig, that means father in Armenian, can I bring my drone with me? And I'm like, no, buddy, we're not going to have any time to fly it. And he said, okay. And in my head, it was because I forgot that we were coming to Newport. Newport's a great place to fly the drone. But in Scottsdale, we were going to be so busy. We had so many things lined up to do and party and play. And it was just going to be a rager. And I didn't want to like add more stuff to bring his little hard case with his drone. He says, okay, no problem. So we get to Newport and he's like, and they have a huge fireworks show here a couple nights ago. And he's like, oh, I wish I had my drone. And he starts getting a little whiny, like, not in a bad way, but just he's whiny. Oh, I had my drone. Why did you tell me not to bring my drone?
Would have been a dope shot.
And thanks, Sousa. And he has friends like Sousa who support his whininess. And Sousa's not wrong. And so I say to him, he calms down. I say to him, not that he got wound up or anything. I said, hey, buddy, just so you know, you ever ask yourself, are you upset that you don't have your drone, or what's the root of that? The root that you're expressing that you're upset that you don't have your drone, and you're saying it's because I told you not to bring your drone. But do you think maybe that the root of it could be, what I suspected is that you want your drone? That you want your drone. You're having a thought that you want your drone, and that's the root. And so you're responsible for that. That's your thought. You want your drone. That is your thought. Now, I don't know. Maybe he's faking his bother, his annoyance by it. Like I fake so much shit on this show that you guys buy into. Like when I have my little temper tantrums and get angry, or I tell jokes, or I say stuff, you guys think it's real. And I'm like, wow, they bought that. And it's really just, I'm just acting. So no one knows if anyone's acting or not, right? You just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Only the person knows.
Mm-hmm.
By acting, I mean reacting to something with a conviction and intention. Like, I'll give you an example of that. The other day, I said something about, I make $89,000 a year, and I can't even afford. And someone's like, dude, why are you complaining that you make $89,000 a year? I'm like, dude, I thought that was obvious. Like, that was an act. That was like,
that's the bit.
Yeah, that's the bit. That was the bit. So I don't know if he's doing a bit or not, but I assume he's not, right? Because we're just regular interaction. Like, so I said, so he says to me after I tell him, I said, do you think it's the thought you're responsible for, that thought you're having that you want your drone, and yet you're saying I told you not to bring it? Do you think that maybe that's the actual source? And he says to me, I have no idea what you're saying. And and I was impressed, right? I'm like, wow, okay, cool. I get cool.
He understood enough to know that he didn't understand.
Yeah. All right, cool. I don't have no idea what you're saying. Okay, cool. Now hold on to that story here a little bit. Look at Christine Young, same. All right, fine. Okay, cool. Hold on to that story here a little bit. So yesterday, I'll tell you this other story first. I've told this story on the air before, and I'll tell you again. Yesterday, there's this story about these two monks, and they're walking along, and they're out in the woods, and they come across this stream. And as they approach the stream out in the middle of the woods, they see there's a woman there, and she can't figure out how she's going to cross the stream. She doesn't want to get dirty. She's wearing her fancy clothes. So one of the monks says, ma'am, jump on my back and I'll carry you across the stream. So the lady jumps on the monk's back, and they cross the stream. He sets her down, and they go on their way. And as the two monks are walking, the monk that didn't carry the girl stops. This is like after 10 minutes after they've crossed the stream. And he turns to the monk who carried the woman, and he said, hey, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to carry that woman. And the monk said, yes, I know. But I'm not carrying her now, and you should stop carrying her too. And you tell that story to a friend, and you're trying to explain something to them about how the mechanism of the brain works. And your friend says to you, well, what if there was no stream? And you're like, oh, fuck. Like that didn't work. I'm trying to explain something to you about how thoughts work, and that he held the woman for a second, but his friend is still holding on to the thought for 10 minutes that he held the woman. And that at the root of what's going on, you have a thought or a sensation before you act always. Every single one of us is acting out of some sort of discomfort that we're avoiding. And the person who asked, well, what if there is no stream? They haven't cultivated the enough awareness in their being to see the distinction between thoughts and sensations and their reactions. They only know reactions. You don't have to. You can cultivate enough awareness to see where your actions come from. And then you can decide whether you want to do them or not, or you can play with them, or you can have fun with them. There was a good one yesterday. I was on a thread with Matt Souza, and I told that story about the drone to a friend that I was trying to explain to them how thoughts work. And they said, well, what if your son didn't have a drone? It's like, oh man, this is going to be, there's this Taoist saying, if I said to you guys, hey, look at that, and I pointed at the moon, or let's say I pointed at an airplane, and no matter what, the person's like, hey man, are those fingernails on the tip of your finger? Are they dirty? When's the last time you cut them? And you just cannot get them off of the person. They cannot, for the life of them, get out of their head to look up. They're always fucking reacting. And Sevi on Sunday trying to tell parables. Thank you. That was if I fucked that one up. Should have pressed better. Jason Miller, Krishnamurti has good discussion clips talking about the thought movement of desire. For anyone, if you're really just like what the fuck's he talking about? There's some really simple things you can do to yourself. Just lie down on your back and just don't move. Set an alarm for 2 minutes and absolutely just do not move. And if you scratch your forehead like that, you did it. You went unconscious. Because you're supposed to be guarding yourself to not move. Just do not fucking move. And then do it for 3 minutes and do it for 4 minutes and see if you can just focus on your being enough so that you don't react. And it's going to be really hard for some of you, like really, really fucking hard. Like to make it to the 5 minute mark, it might be a lifetime of practice. But this is where This is where you will cultivate enough awareness to take control of your life. Cock, I'll do it if you wipe my ass. Yeah, awesome. I wipe ass every day, buddy. Fucking, I'm an expert.
Cock got it, clearly.
I don't know if this is true, but I like the discussion. What if what Sevan is describing is a primary difference between us and other animals' self-awareness and the ability for discernment to choose to be better than our instincts? I don't know if it's relevant to say that other animals can't do it, but there's good imagery there at least.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I hear you, and I know Wad Zombie Party's joking, but to do it around my kids is a great place to do it. I do it all the time around my kids. Just open up. It's called holding the space. I just open up crazy space, crazy stillness, crazy stillness. Sometimes people will get really upset if you do that too. If your wife wants to fight with you and you're just like, you go into a place of stillness, she get pretty wound up.
Has the opposite effect on her.
Yeah, you can't. When I used to do yoga, wow, what is Judy wearing? Judy embracing her Asian roots. Look at that hat.
I was gonna say a CrossFit Mayhem sweatshirt.
What if I told you, Sousa? I'm gonna read some quotes to you here. Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, fired up. We're responding to him or just taking him.
Justin Medeiros just came through because of luck.
Okay. Untrue.
Ricky came back and it's not easy for him, and next year we'll lose him altogether.
Okay.
All the athletes are injured. Pat 100%, Pat Vellner with 100% guarantee won't be on the podium next year. These are all quotes from a Roman Krenov interview that just went down.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. What a stud. He's putting it fucking out there.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me see. I'll pull up the interview so you guys can see it. Look at this shit.
You said notes? Sorry, I didn't even check.
Look at this. No, I didn't send notes. Notes.
Ильич Хроник там говорил, что надо сразу тренироваться, там, и там Фрейзер пашет, я там, какой отдых, все болит, но ничего страшного, надо.
And YouTube transcribes it, I guess. Yeah. Translates. Crazy, right? It's the YouTube channel CF92. It has 30 comments. They're all in Russian. This video has 7,400 views in 2 days. That means CrossFit's pretty popular in Russia.
Yeah, 17,000 subscribers.
Christine Young, I'm sure it was a miscommunication from Roman's language barrier. By the way, this is reporting that I got from the great Pedro White, our Irish brethren, our European correspondent from Coffee Pods and Wads, was sharing some of these tidbits this morning, which is evening for him. Oh, I was going to send Pedro an invite just in case. He said he was visiting Santa with his kid today. I'm going to tell you some more good quotes too. You're not even going to believe. It's crazy. Roman's on fire. You think these things are true? You think Pedro maybe your YouTube just didn't translate it right?
I think they're 100% true. I mean, I think he's got a lot of confidence, and I think that he wants to, create some waves in the space.
I can't find Pedro's. I can't find his. Didn't I? Oh, here it is, Peter. Oh, I always fuck up because I have him as Peter. Oh, you think he's doing it? You think he's doing it consciously? He's not reacting to something. He's chosen.
I think so. And I think he speaks a lot more English, and for sure he understands a lot more English than he lets on. I would say with a few exceptions, he probably doesn't need that translator as much as he leans on that translator.
Yeah.
And I also say that's just because last year I had interaction with him at Wadapalooza.
Oh, with Roman.
with Roman, like very little, and like half the time he would like position himself, and then I would see him walk, and he was like looking over my shoulder, and he would like peek in and watch my phone because it has all this background on it. There's a lot of, and there's multiple times where like people would be talking or something, and I would turn, and he would say like one word back to me in English that was completely funny and relevant to what they were talking about.
Mm.
And so that's when I started to be like, okay, you understand a lot more than you let on to.
Caulk, dude. We cannot pretend to be peers with what Russians. Watch happy people documentary. Zen is full.
Ian's comment. If you were a Russian spy, why would you let us know how much English you know?
Good point.
Good point.
All emotions fall under this category of being able to watch them. That's the trick. That's why people think emotions are real. They think that, and by real I mean that, like if a car hits you, you have to react to it. It hits you and you fly through the air.
Mhm.
And because emotions arise so fast and people don't see where they come from, they haven't cultivated enough awareness, they think they're real. That's one of the things that's invaded the sciences and fucked up everything. Sevan, what are you talking about? For instance, there's this confusion in the sciences between scientific work and surveys. If I do a study and I ask 100 people if CrossFit helped you with your loneliness, rank on a 1 to 10, that is not science. That is not, you're not participating in science. You're doing a survey. And if I have it peer reviewed by 1,000 people to see if my math is right, it is still not science.
It's a survey. Your cord's like wrapped around your headpiece too. I don't know if you feel it.
Yeah. Oh, has that been bothering you the whole show?
No, I actually didn't. I couldn't tell what was going on. Then when you turned to the side a second ago, I was like, okay, it is wrapped around.
I put this yellow little little
the skateboard and the
on it.
chapstick and bush on the other side.
Yeah. You like that?
Yeah.
Zen as fuck today, as Caulk would say.
I was like, did you move those? Yeah, like nice set.
So when these emotions come up, you don't have to react to them. I mean, most of you do. Most of you flies and insects, you have to. And you'll defend it. What's crazy too is if I tell you that you don't have to, you'll defend it. You will defend it with your fucking life, that you have to be unconscious in the matrix.
Yeah, well, they have to defend that the feeling isn't a feeling, it's guiding.
Yeah. It's real. It's real.
So that kind of ties in what Bernie had said, the separation.
What did he say? Tell me.
Because animals are only going to act on instinct or emotion, right? If it's scared, it runs, it does it, but it can't tell you why it ran. It's like, I don't know, I got this feeling and I ran. As opposed, have you ever listened to or read Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl?
Pieces of it. God, yeah. Everyone always recommends that. So good, right?
You should 100%. Yeah, because he was a Holocaust survivor in Auschwitz, and he had wrote his whole like manifesto on exactly what you're talking about, which is actually widening the gap between what you feel and how you respond to what you feel with.
Yeah.
And then recognizing that that's actually the only thing you possess.
Right.
Because everything else could be taken. But that's the one freedom you possess.
And you're responsible for it and accountable to it.
Yes. Yeah. So you could choose, like, even though they were in the worst of conditions, he writes, like, I still was able to choose my attitude in the way I responded. Because I think his original, like, question to himself was, why in the world didn't everybody in here commit suicide? Like, why would you stay alive in the world's worst circumstance, knowing that it's just going to be a agonizing death at the end of that road? And so it was interesting, but he had his whole manifesto like taken and destroyed like multiple times, and he just kept having to restart back over and rewrite it and restart.
Oh, wow.
So it's a great book. There's like 2 parts of it. The first part is like his, steel like stent in Auschwitz and how the whole thing unfolded. And then the second part is like his like studies and realizations after that. It's been a while since I've listened to it. So if you do it, I'll reread it with you.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll start it today.
I think you'd enjoy it.
I'll download it and listen to it today.
Yeah, if you're listening.
It'll probably change the whole direction of like shows for 2 weeks. Every caller will be like, so.
Probably, but you're already along the lines of thought there. So, yeah.
Widen my depth, my breadth and depth. God, I like breasts. God, I like breasts. There is a great example of this. I just remembered. Hiller posted something talking about how Coke causes diabetes on his Instagram. And the first thing someone wrote is, this coming from a man who drinks C2 or energy drinks. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude.
What does that have to do with it?
That person, though, thinks that like that Hiller is pointing at 2 fucking oncoming trains that are about to hit and make the most amazing fucking explosion and show a fucking metal on metal explosion. And the person is like, oh, when's the last time you washed your hands? It's just fucking unreal to me. They mean it. I suspect they really mean it. They're not trying to be funny, that they really cannot do this. You guys have all seen it. You like if you have a mate and you've argued with your mate, they do it to you all the time. Hey, you left the refrigerator open. Well, you left it open yesterday. It's like, dude, really? I'm talking to you inside your head.
Last night I was in the bathroom and I heard kind of this like crash, and it wasn't super loud. Like it almost felt like somebody left the water on and there was a stack of dishes and the dish pile slid because the water weight was too much. But I knew we didn't have a lot of dishes in the sink. So I was kind of like,
Okay.
I just go to the bathroom and come out. There's just a towel laying on the ground and just it's already soaked in water. And Grace had taken out the water filter out of our refrigerator and was filling it up. And I come out and I was like, oh no, what happened here? She goes, well, didn't you hear the crash? You heard the crash and you didn't even bother to check.
Yeah.
Like,
Bust. Yeah.
I was like, so what does it have to do with what happened? Though?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was funny. Then she
That's when you look at the calendar. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she quickly like came off it and she was just frustrated because all the water everywhere. I was just like, what?
Cock, I just think it's ribbing sarcasm. I don't think it's sarcasm. I think I know what you mean. I don't think sarcasm is the right word. I think it's just ribbing. No, I think that the vast majority of people just don't want to go deeper. And anytime you don't want to go deeper to the root of something, you just drag the other person in. Right. So, all the reasons why people don't like Donald Trump is because they just don't want to go deeper. They're annoyed by his smirks and his posture and his hair and all of the affects that make Donald Trump. They're annoyed by them. They are annoyed by them. And so they react to that annoyance instead of being like, well, what did he say that was really racist about Mexicans? All they need is CNN to be like, hey, that guy's fucking racist. And because of the way he acts, it sticks good. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this. I don't like anal. I've never had a one-night stand in my life. I've fucking never in my life have looked at a girl and fantasized about having sex with her. Before I was married, after married, I just don't do that. I'm not that guy. I don't put that energy into people. I'm like so fucking normal. But because I do a bit comparing Sporty Beth's tits to Danielle Brandon's tits, which to me is just anatomy, a lot of people be like, well, that's creepy. When I know those same people who think that that's creepy have a fucking notch thing on their fucking bed of how many girls they fucked at their CrossFit gym. You know what I mean?
Now that's creepy.
I don't think that's creepy either, but like it's just they're correlates for what's it's just off. Thank you. I wish I had my siren. Thank you. Living rent free in my head, baby. I appreciate you. And let me know if it gets weird in there. I was trying to keep it cozy. I just cleaned the sheets this morning for you, David. I've never had fantasies about gay sex at the U.S. Senate. No, if that's what you're asking. I'm not going to talk about red cameras. Yeah, they're crazy, right? You know the origin behind red. I think it was made by who made it? It was like the O'Neill guys, or it was some surfing manufacturer that surf brand that the guy at one of these surf brands. I remember when they came on the scene hard. I've never imagined that I didn't have legs. Sorry, I just wanted to include you, Jedediah. How is your saying, I know they have notches on the bed, any different than someone saying, I know Hiller drinks C4? Oh, God, I really want to understand what you're saying.
Jim.
Exactly, Jedediah. I think it's lost on him. Damn. Roll on floor laughing. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm not drawing a comparison there. I'm not drawing a comparison there. Oh, where you think I'm saying. I'm not drawing a comparison there. I don't think I am.
Interesting.
You're saying, do you want to try to explain it to me?
What, the Jedediah's comment in relevance
Yeah.
to the notches on the bed versus
Yeah.
because I mean, if I had to take a stab in the dark, there's one person is saying, hey, this does this. And then rather than focusing on the subject of what this and the relationship between the person and what they're saying, they're focusing on the person's actions.
Right.
And then the person who shares greater than actions is focusing on your action. So even though they do something the same or greater than what you're actually talking about,
Right.
they're like saying,
has greater.
You're creepy, but it's the same action. If I had a whiteboard,
I'm going with the presupposition. That they're projecting onto me their own creepiness.
Yeah,
their own creepiness. Yeah. I don't think I'm pointing at something completely different. I'm saying if you, I'm talking about just correlates in general. I don't think that Hiller drinking the C4 doesn't mean that he's not an expert on that Coke causes diabetes. It doesn't take away from the fact. Matter of fact, it maybe validates him more, and yet this person is saying it. Oh no, I'm not invalidating it. Sorry, I'm not. Okay, here we go. Jedediah Nelson, are you invalidating their opinion the same way they're invalidating Hiller's opinion? No, I'm not suggesting that they're invalidating Hiller's opinion. I'm just saying that they're not even listening, that they're just fucking completely trapped in their fucking head. They're not even what Hiller's actions have nothing to do with
the statement he made.
With the statement he's saying.
It's a straw man argument to then say, if Hiller's like, hey, don't step into that fire, it'll burn you. And someone's like, well, you're really mean. You said it terribly to me. They're like, well, what does it have to do with you stepping in the fire and being burned? Now you're talking about me. Right? So if Hiller goes, don't drink Coca-Cola, it'll give you diabetes, and it does to a bunch of people. And then somebody says, well, you're drinking a C4. He said, but what does that have to do with my argument? Right. If somebody goes, oh my gosh, you're creepy. And you're like, wait, how, dude, you do the same exact actions, but way worse than just a statement I made. Then they're like projecting that onto you. It's not a straw man argument at that point.
There's probably a book out there with all the fallacies and argument,
logical and fallacies.
Yeah. Look at. Yeah, David. Yeah. I got you. You got you. I'm not invalidating his opinion at all. It's just it's just the source. Oh, here we go. Sevi, as a man that's left 4 gyms for fucking people in my gym, I can tell you only get a notch if they're about a 7 on the hotness scale. Oh, wow. Look at this. Wow. That's still good though.
What aboutism?
Yeah. Look at all these like pictures and shit. Look at that logo that's like a folded up something, and then he's got the rainbow, and that's just a really nice post.
It is a nice post. Thank you, the standard.
Oh, here we go. Cock. Okay, wow, we're getting at some shit this morning. We'll get back to Roman in a minute. Dude, Sev, the dude is saying, God, I like a cock. Clip it. Sev, the dude is saying that the notch in the bedpost is homonym, meaning like I'm attacking him, equivalent to the C4 comment. That's what I think he's doing, but I don't think that's what I'm doing. What I'm saying is, oh, okay, maybe I'll give it to you. So you're saying,
yeah, I think we got to give it to cock in that one.
Yeah. Maybe Jedediah is right. So what you're saying is that he's saying to me that I'm creepy, and instead of me just focusing on, no, it's not creepy at all to compare Danielle Brandon's boobs to Sporty Beth's boobs. And the reason why is it's just anatomy.
Yeah.
I'm pivoting and dragging him into the argument by saying, look at this guy. He not only compares boobs, but he's slaying all these bitches in his gym.
Yep.
How dare he? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
So therefore, I think we got to circle all the way back around to Jedediah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was right.
All right. Hold on. Let me grab my ankles. Go ahead, everyone. Come get a cold one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give myself a pass on that.
Why? That was good. We all learned.
I know, but I'm still giving myself a pass on that.
And like,
you can't. Like I told you, I don't like anal. I give myself a pass on that. I'm better than you.
I just pumped that like listen to our audience. Like, look at this conversation we just had and how involved they were and like how they thought it through and walked us through it. Like, it's a fucking great audience.
Fucking the best.
Yeah. You guys
don't ever do that again.
And David, you're a little
What?
I said, and David, you're a little creepy. He said it creepy, but I was just joking. Ah, that's actually really cool, right?
Oh, when he wrote whatever he wrote too, I was thinking about it. I was like, I thought that too. Are we all creepy?
Yes. Every dude in here.
Creepy audience, okay.
Enlightened audience, intelligent audience.
Too enlightened. How the fuck am I supposed to teach you guys anything if you guys are more enlightened than me?
Yeah, what the heck, guys?
Okay, let me read some more Romanisms here. Jeez, I can't believe he's saying this stuff.
Are we back to Roman quotes?
Yeah. Here we go. He goes on to say, a brute was shit, so he moved to mayhem.
Savage.
Lazar Jukic. He either beats you or you crush him. He beats himself.
Oh,
wow.
Shit.
Wow. Okay, you ready? Here, incoming. Yeah. Guy Majeros is not a games athlete anymore. He'll be dropped by all his sponsors soon. Post his lifts on Instagram, but what's the point of that if you want to go to the games?
Wow, that's
hey, dude,
great.
Are these really true? This is crazy. Oh shit! Look it. I could pull these up.
Wait, has Andrew got a hold of this yet and put it through the AI so it translates in a different voice in English, but then repost all of his quotes yet on his Instagram?
He's doing it now, I guess. Hey, let me see if I can pull this up here. Oh. Let me see this. Oh shit, this is from Pedro. Pedro translated these already. God, I feel bad stealing these from my show. What do you think? What is that ethically inappropriate? He translated them and posted them in the thread, and I steal them. I'm not going to steal them. I'm not going to steal them.
This is crazy. We take all the credit.
I don't buy any of this is true. Dude, great, good. Me neither. But I'm telling you, I'm looking at the fucking clips right here with the fucking AI voice translation. Pedro's going to do a show on it, I'm sure. He fucking paid the money to have all this shit translated into English, like with voice. There's more. He goes on to say, that's why I have to write these moron comments. I guess maybe say them. So someone somewhere talks. I write them and someone like Vellner responds straight away. I don't even read the responses. Oh, he's talking about when he writes in threads. Because you know how he's been pretty active lately on
Oh.
Instagram commenting. He says, that's why I have to write these more on comments so someone somewhere talks. I write them and someone like Vellner responds straight away. I don't even read their responses. I just create a media frenzy so they start talking about me. It's like dogs barking at a fence when you walk past.
Damn.
Fuck, Roman. Going hard in the paint.
Roman.
Nobody can hang with me in training. Luke Parker tried and failed twice. Victoria Campos comes and goes. That hoe. No, I made that up. He didn't call her hoe.
Strike that last one from the record, please.
Yeah. He didn't call her a hoe. Logan Ewing, his fucking training partner, takes one right between the eyes. Logan does train with me, but is very clever and only does workouts with him. I don't know what that means. Wow. Holy shit.
Meaning
Holy
maybe
shit.
Robin's doing more.
Hey, what happens when you post a link to a YouTube video in the over here? Someone was saying that they posted a link in the comments and they were wondering if me, you, or Kayla pulled it down. They weren't wondering, they just accused us of it. Can you not post links? And then Bernie responded saying something like, you can't post links in the YouTube links in the chat. Can you or can't you?
Like in a comment after a show's already processed and it's just living on YouTube, or like inside this thread right now?
Watch, supposedly if I post, I think it was like if I do look in the comments right now, like I just posted this link to that Roman video.
Oh, so then once it processes and re-goes.
In the chat, Bernie says in the chat. So I think Bernie someone was accusing us of pulling something down they posted, and then Bernie kind of unfucked them. They're like, hey, dude, that YouTube's algorithm grabs that shit and throws it away.
Yeah, because otherwise, why wouldn't, as a company or something, I just come and spam everybody's live chats and then my link just lives there?
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think that would probably be the reason for that, but I don't know. Or they just don't hyperlink.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Content creator can post, viewer links will be removed. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Just spam everything with a link to like your website.
Keith, not accusing, pointing out. Are you suggesting that I read into that? Are you suggesting that I was trapped in my head when I read that? Hold on. That's bullshit. God, I would love to be wrong twice today. What a way to start the day. Hold on. Sam was a diver. He's been pretty athletic. No way those are nicer than Danielle Brandon's. Yes, they are. Hunter laying the smackdown on Will. I thought Hiller was on the. Oh, I fucked up yesterday. I named the show. I thought we were going to talk about Hiller's interview with Andrew Charlesworth.
Oh, yeah.
Because I went through that and I wanted to just ass pound Andrew Charlesworth. He's fucking. That dude's crazy, dude.
I haven't seen any of it yet.
At one point, he says something about Greg's business acumen because he pointed out Floyd 19. Hold on. I'm going to pivot. What? Hold on. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that comment that guy says he wasn't being, you didn't accuse us, but you just, you were just pointing out. I think it was accusatory, but I want to be wrong. Let me see.
Keith also wrote chill was no biggie.
Oh, come on, man. I can't chill. Come on, man. Do we have a come on, man button? Come on, man.
I think I do. Wait.
Hey, dude, someone in here explain why they watch the show as a hater.
There we go.
Oh, man.
Come on, man.
Jason Miller writes, posting links in the chat is usually blocked for quote unquote safety reasons.
Oh, Bernie Gannon. This is sorry, totally off subject here. Point of order. I think Sevan was a little harsh in his broad and colorful condemnation of the Catholic Church. The bottom line is that the ultimate decision to be vaccinated or not is up to each individual. I don't know, Bernie. You can't have the Pope be saying take drugs. I don't know.
It just seems so like.
I can't find it. All right, Keith, you win.
I don't know. It seems weird. What if the Pope came out and was like, I only shop at Target? Shop at Target.
Yeah, and then he said, yeah, right. That would be lame. And how much lamer is it like, hey, take the Pfizer drugs?
He's still recommending a product or service, right?
And where would you find that in stillness and in prayer? There's no that.
CNN.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess right. Yeah, if you're meditating in front of the TV, the Pope is a fraud. I think you're right. I don't think he really talks to God. You're right. I think I agree with you. Keith 1, Sevi 0. So be it. David Weed 7, Sevi 0. David, get your feet off the couch. Sorry. I know you guys can't see what's going on, but he's in my head and he's just got his feet up on the couch and shit. And it's not cool. Refrigerator doors left ajar. Fucking, it's a mess in there. What were we talking about?
You said you were going to pivot. And then before that, we were looking for Keith Miller's.
But do you remember what I was going to say before Keith Miller? Kiefer Miller?
No, because we were talking about links inside the chat before that. And then you were reading some of the comments about the Catholic Church.
I didn't think Hunter completely ass pounded. I don't think Hunter completely ass pounded Will. I thought Will did great. I thought Will played a good foil. Oh, thank you, Greg's business acumen, Andrew Charlesworth. Whoo, Andrew, you almost escaped. Thank God.
Barbie with barbells.
Holy shit! Thank you. Here we go.
Oh yeah, Floyd 19.
At one point, first, for the record, I think that the reason why we like Greg at the helm, I think we uncovered it in episode 23 with Greg Glassman on the show. We liked having a man who is correcting the health record. So when the food pyramid was saying eat carbs, Greg's like, no, carbs will give you fucking cancer. When they're saying whatever the fuck they say about anything, he's like, no, that's not the way it is. Don't squat below parallel. Greg's like, nope, squat below parallel. He was always correcting the health record. If you needed a place to go to get the truth, you could come to CrossFit. And then I asked him, I said, hey, if you would have been at the helm during this whole so-called 2020 to 2022 flu season, would you have told people not to get the injection, not to get the injection? Damn right. And so if you're going to roll with that and you want a leader like that, there's going to be some shit that happens where there's going to be some decisions that go against the norm, that go against CNN, that are going to require some bravery and some steadfastness by the followers, by the team, right? The team is going to be the brunt is going to take some hits because of some of these unpopular yet true beliefs, actions. And so when Greg writes Floyd 19, saying, hey, don't let the same people who are helping us understand racism in the United States also understand how to handle COVID, some people for some reason thought that was racist. And so some businesses couldn't handle the hit. For example, even Souza was reached out to by people at his gym and by clients that paid for multiple clients saying, hey, you need to make a statement standing against that. So there was a misinterpretation of what Greg said, and then there was a lot of pressure put on the affiliates to say something based on that misunderstanding. And really what it was up to the affiliates, and I'm not saying that, I know this is all easier said than done than in the time, but it was up to the affiliates to find out what Greg really meant and then decide. But some people just folded under the pressure, whether that's good or bad or whatnot. I'm not going to go there. The point is, what is the point? Fuck, I don't even know what the point is. I was gonna tie it to. Oh, the point is this. Thank you. Bear with me, people here. The point is, as I'm watching the sun come up, The point is at one point in that video with Andrew Hiller, if you watch where he's interviewing Andrew Charlesworth said, hey, Greg was more focused on the methodology and making sure, maybe I'm paraphrasing, you can go back and watch it, and making sure it was true than on running the small business and worried about the affiliates. And even to hint that without putting it in context that this guy created what is a small business miracle and led to fucking, I don't know how many CrossFit gyms there's been, 40,000 gyms in the last 15 years with probably a much greater success rate of staying open than your average small business is fucking nuts. It's really, really hard. It's really, really easy to be critical of him, but you never hear anyone be like, what a fucking business genius. A guy who had his brand spread over 7 continents faster than fucking Starbucks, McDonald's, and Apple opening combined. So just when I hear Andrew saying that, even talking about Greg's business acumen or what he did or didn't do for the affiliates without mentioning like, holy shit, he's a fucking business genius because of this, and this, it just makes me fucking hate him. Just makes me think he's a fucking moron. Don't be critical of his Floyd 19 comment without like, hey, dude, like, what a brilliant guy. He got so 15,000 gyms were simultaneously open on 7 continents, and then said something so true that maybe it was even planned so it would cull the herd. Like, who gives a fuck if 8,000 of those gyms would have left? Bernie Gannon, I think Greg's greatest attribute is trust. You don't have to agree with him or follow him, but you always know he was being honest and he does his research, so his thoughts carry weight. He could have been more elaborate too. Yeah, so if you want to fall into the weeds there, after he said that, it would have been great if we had a media team that could have just fucking like completely just started flooding the internet with content backing what he was saying. Like just gone to war.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
But we didn't. We didn't.
No.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Like it was said and then just left out there to be interpreted. There was never like we should have come out. We should have fucking kicked the bar doors open and came out in the street and fucking warred with people on the street. We should have fought like motherfuckers. So. So yesterday's show, holy shit, I can't believe I'm going to come full circle. So yesterday's show was supposed to be about that. Like I'd watched that whole video that Hiller did with Andrew Charlesworth, and I was going to do a whole show on just there's so many fucking things in there that Andrew said that are incorrect, not Andrew Hiller. And so we made a thumbnail based on that. I thought it was going to be Andrew Hiller, all about Andrew Hiller, and I thought I was going to invite Andrew on, and then I pivoted. At the last minute, I was like, you know what? I don't feel like ass pounding Charlesworth.
How long has Charlesworth been around CrossFit for? A while?
I don't know. He said in there, maybe 2011, 2013.
Oh, okay. So a while.
He's from Flint, Michigan, he said. He seems like he's drank the water from there. Oh, Dusty Willard. Hey, Sebi, just attended the Expanding Horizon seminar with Matt and Debbie. Holy shit. The content should be integrated into the L2. No shit. I'd love to hear your take on that. Do you want to come on and talk about that sometime?
Yeah, that's interesting.
For those who don't know, Matt Schindeldecker and Debbie run the program that's expanding very, very quickly that gives youth, juveniles who've been naughty, a place in CrossFit gyms to get their shit together, to work out with their parole officers, with other kids, and start building some self-confidence. Stevie, do you think Hiller is better in-person interviewer than you currently are, or do you still have the skills? No, he's the best ever. They never had the skills. I'm a nervous little boy. All right.
Cox's last 2 comments are making me lose faith in him.
Brett Bauer. Debbie and Matt helped us get Expanding Horizons at our gym, also giving advice on going too.
Yeah, I'm excited to learn more about that program. I wonder if it's something I can pull off here in Livermore.
I think that's what they do. I think that's like part of the thing. You take their class, and then they also give you the tools. Maybe it's the paperwork, but basically teach you how to jump through the hoops to get in touch with whoever at the county or your state is fucking sending kids to fucking juvenile detention centers and say, hey, look, here's the program. Send them here for fucking 16 weeks and watch the recidivism rate drop in your area. Oh, it's Brett Bauer. It's going into jails to run CrossFit classes. Great people. Highly recommended their seminar. Yeah, he's amazing. We have faith in you.
Yeah. Just been drinking early with those last two comments.
Hey, listen. You listen. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Mike Poolboy. My haughty teammate found an old in-person interview you did, and she said she had a crush on you. So it's okay, Sevi. Your looks are the true superior interviewer. Sevi, your looks are the true superior. I don't know what that means, but and no girls ever had a crush on me. Ever. Never.
Ever.
One time, there was this girl in high school. Gina. I heard she hates me now. Isn't that weird?
Yes.
Yeah. 40 years later, someone just told me, hey, she hates you. I was like, oh, shit.
Who is this person?
Hey, you know what sucked? I've told this story before, but not in a long time. This girl had a crush on me in high school. She was fucking so cute.
Mm-hmm.
She was it was like my freshman year in high school, and she was in my swim class. And I was the kid wearing the t-shirt. And one day I took my t-shirt off, and I'm just fucking hating myself. You know, like the night before class, I did like 4,000 sit-ups.
Yeah.
Like it did nothing, right?
Okay.
I ate a bowl of ice cream and did 4,000 sit-ups. And we're in class, and I go up on the fucking high dive to jump in, and she starts whistling at me. And it's like I don't want fucking any attention. Like I'm going to jump and my tits are going to go up. Like I was that dude. Give her the hog. I wasn't giving anyone the hog in high school. Sebi, do you think haters listen to you because you're mischievous and polarizing? So while actually liking you, they just don't want to let you be right? I have no idea.
Faith restored.
What?
I said faith restored.
Oh. I have no idea.
Little Keel, welcome to the show. We see you there on X. Don't think you could hide.
Hey, are we on X right now? No, that's Caleb's thing. No, are we on Instagram right now?
Oh, no, we're not on Instagram right now.
Only Caleb has that magic power?
Yeah, I could try. Let's see. Instagram.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Jedediah Nelson, now that we've identified Sousa as Quagmire,
go fuck
you
yourself.
need to acknowledge that Sevi looks and sounds like Vector on Despicable Me. I don't know who that is. What the fuck are you watching Despicable Me? Let me see who this Vector cat is. Vector. Hey, someone's going to make those clips of, what's the guy's name? The Russian guy?
Roman?
Yeah, Roman.
Yeah.
God, my brain is not working this morning. I think I've been getting up too early for too many consecutive days. Oh, I do look like that guy. Wow, okay.
Riley, welcome to the chat.
My saving grace is that my shoulders are wider than my hips. If it wasn't for that, I would just be a fucking mess. That's my only saving grace. I look good. I look okay clothed. just okay clothed.
I always thought the t-shirt in the swimming pool was interesting because I felt like it draws more attention to you.
Oh, dude, it's idiocy.
Not like somehow helps.
Bro, just say it. You're a fucking idiot if you do that.
Live.
Just complete fucking idiocy.
Oh, interesting. You could do.
You're setting up the Instagram live?
I'm trying to. Yeah, if I don't get this in like 1 second, I'm just gonna bail because I'm.
It's okay. Take your time. Hey, so guys, what's happening? I don't know if you guys, anyone who follows me on Instagram, you can see that a lot of my posts now don't have writing in them. So what Instagram is doing is every other day they're not letting me write or make comments. And so yesterday I was ready to go to war with people and Hiller's comment about CrossFit and loneliness, and I couldn't play with fucking. I wanted to be like a killer whale, just throwing fucking seal meat around. Hey, it's perfectly okay to say that, like, hey, I'm a really lonely person, or I was really lonely, and I went to a CrossFit gym and I met a bunch of great people and I just feel a lot better. But to say loneliness is a sickness and to use lonely as some sort of metric with CrossFit, you've completely lost your way with CrossFit. We're back to Rosa 2.0. CrossFit is not. I don't think this is going to be fucking brutal, but I'm starting to think that CrossFit is not in a better place than when it was when Rosa was in charge.
I mean, I think the same people are in charge when Rosa was in charge that are in charge now.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
The forward-facing things may have changed.
You don't want to be selling CrossFit for things that aren't measurable. You want it to be cure for the world's most vexing problem. It's completely measurable what it does to your A1Cs, to your muscle mass. You don't want to start saying it cures all emotions. Like it's just a joke. It's a slippery slope to just the idiocy world. If you want to say something and be like, yeah, we have a lot of vets, they come back from the war and they feel isolated and they feel alone, and we get them in the CrossFit program and things start really coming together for them, great. But to say that loneliness is a sickness and CrossFit can help, you're just taking away from the validity and the measurable, the validity, because of the fact that it is everything that we do is measurable. You don't want to go down. You don't want to go down that route. Greg would have never gone down that route. And also, you're diagnosing people with something. Loneliness leads to sickness. Not for me. Loneliness is the favorite thing I do. But you're telling people that loneliness leads to sickness. And then we have the cure over here at CrossFit. Just so sloppy. Hey, why not? Here's why it's such idiot talk. Why not just say, hey, I was happy, and I did burpees, and now I'm cured of my happiness. Hey, and the truth is, the only wise people you know have cultivated that wisdom through being alone. The healthiest people and happiest people in the world have cultivated all while being alone. They're so happy when they're alone. It's the exact opposite. It's the exact opposite of what they're saying is the truth. You don't like being alone because of the story you tell yourself while you're alone. And since you fucking completely lost that, you don't have the tools to practice how to figure out how to alter your story or change your story, you're then going to double down and defend on your stupidity. I get it. We all do it. We all do it. You want to defend it so bad that your loneliness is real. You want to defend the story so bad. So-and-so beat me up. It's their fault. I'm so lonely. Jay Hartle, loneliness in elderly people, isolation leads to mental degrade. Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
If you say so.
Okay. I think I
Listen. It is not they're not, what's the term? Mutually exclusive. It's okay. It's okay to say I was lonely and I started going to a CrossFit gym and my loneliness subsided. It's okay to say that I had really high A1C and I started taking metformin and fucking insulin and all the fucking drugs and my blood sugar levels dropped. It's okay to say that. Yeah, see, exactly. Jeffrey Birchfield. Sounds true. I did burpees now and I cured my happiness. Yeah, CrossFit's the cure for all emotions. True. You can push back. I get it. It's a hard thing to see, but the people you can push back. I would push back because I know people who send me links all the time to articles just like this about wanting to make a change in life. Unfortunately, those articles are never about CrossFit. I understand the sentiment of saying that if you're lonely, you should join a CrossFit gym, and that loneliness will you won't feel loneliness anymore if that's not a feeling you like. But HQ should not be saying those things. They should not be saying it like loneliness causes sickness. It's fucking woke idiot talk. It's not science. You want to tell a story about an old lady who was at home and someone went by her house every day and took her to a gym and her life just got way better. Tell the fucking story. Listen to this. Look at this one. This one's great. Spiegel just got this straight out of AI. CNN reports social isolation and loneliness have become widespread problems in the United States, posing a serious threat to our mental and physical health, linked to increased risk for heart disease and stroke.
I got an idea. Lockdowns.
Yeah.
Lockdowns only for 2 weeks until we figure out what's going on here, guys. Then we'll let you out of your cage.
I have an idea. If you're feeling lonely, why don't you do 100 burpees just at your house? Shooter McGavin, being alone is a lost art. You should be able to be alone. You should be able to fucking flourish when you're alone. You should have the tools. You should cultivate the tools that you flourish when you're alone. The greatest shit that you'll ever be able to do for yourself is when you're alone, not with other people.
Yeah. I think like even the pursuit of happiness is wound up in like productivity and contribution and connection. And you could do all of those by just putting yourself in a position to be valuable to other people. And that could be a really small thing, or that could be a really big thing. But I think that if you're feeling that way, I would imagine something that would help you get out of your rut, despair, depression, loneliness is finding something to go just be responsible for that contributes positively to another human being or to a larger organization. Like it doesn't like I guarantee you if you said, "Okay, I feel like shit. I have nobody around me. I've been lonely, like stuck in this house. But you know what? I bought this little picker-upper thing from Amazon and I have a trash bag. And so every day I'm just going to go walking downtown and I'm just going to pick up a ton of trash for 1 hour. And if you committed to do that for every day for 1 week, I guarantee you by the end of the week, you would have some conversation with some people. People would come up and be like, this is the second time I've seen you. A business owner would walk outside their shop and be like, hey, this is the third time this week I saw you come by and pick up trash. Who are you? Why are you doing this? Right. And then if you really wanted to keep doing that, you could just keep volunteering or offering your service at a specific time. And slowly you would all of a sudden have a group of people around you.
Dude. I wholeheartedly agree. I've always wanted to do this thing when I was younger. I don't know. I think it was one of these ideas I had. Maybe I wasn't even young when I had it, but just walk around and pick up trash with one of those things and have a little bucket like on my side here or like a piggy bank or something that says, if you like what I'm doing, please drop a quarter in. And that's all you do. You just walk around and pick up trash. You just add value.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all you do. You just walk around, pick up trash and just fill bags full of trash.
The reason why
Please help please help pay for my bags to pick up trash. These bags aren't cheap. Put $1 in.
There you go. Somebody in my area walk by and throw you a 20 like right.
I'd throw you a 20 too. If I saw you doing that and you had that sign, I'm picking up trash. My job in my life is picking up trash.
Fuck. People would do it.
I'm self-employed. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a trash picker-upper.
I've been wanting to do that, and it's just a matter of fact of me not following through and executing. But I talked to one of my members a while back, and we were like, "Hey, we should go to some of these public parks as a gym and just spend 1 hour picking up trash, but then make it fun where we have a big timer, and then somebody just yells burpees, and every minute that we're out there for the commitment, everybody stops and does either like 5, 10, or whatever burpees, right? Because then if you imagine, it's also a great marketing scheme because you're driving by some park and the people in Livermore are really active and outside a lot. And you just see this big group of people picking up in trash and somebody yells something and they all simultaneously drop and do a certain amount of burpees and then get back and pick up trash again. Fuck.
Yeah.
So I get fired back up about the idea. I'm going to do it this month and I'm going to film it and put it on the internet for you people to judge.
Hey, Jeffrey, I like the idea of someone doing it as an entrepreneur outside of the fucking government agenda. Like, hey, it's just your thing. There's a guy in England who just walks around and compliments people. Have you ever seen that guy? He's got a huge Instagram account. He just wears a robe. He's fucking awesome. Look at Melissa Odier. So many people do that in Cape Town, especially on beaches, old people, families walking. No shit.
Yeah.
I never see anyone picking up trash around here. Ever.
And it's always really clean in Newport.
Yeah, but there's still trash that people could pick up. Like yes, I remember yesterday on the bike path there was a can and everyone's just going around it, and I picked it up and threw it in the trash. It's like, come on, dude. Like, how many people have to fucking go around this? Someone said something. Jedediah, you said something about the difference between isolation and loneliness. Someone else was saying that too yesterday. There's a difference between being alone and isolated. Yeah, if you would have said, "Hey, are you feeling isolated? Are you feeling lonely? Join a CrossFit gym." It's all in the wording.
Yeah, Jedediah has been on point this morning.
Who's guarding the fucking brand over there? Who the fuck is guarding the brand over there?
Isn't it funny how we're drawn to like people who are making some sort of contribution like on their own? You know,
say that again. Oh, drawn to make a contribution on their own?
No, like drawn to somebody who is making some sort of contribution, right?
Like, give me an example.
Like the trash example is good. Or all of a sudden, you see somebody like painting, like out there repainting some stuff at a park, to make it look nice for the people. And it's just like this kind of, I wouldn't call it a selfless act, but we all know that if you do those contributing acts or like you give to other people, it really feels good internally. So it's, but people are just drawn to people like that.
Travis B, that's pretty much what the article says. Travis, that's not what it says in the title. And I don't even know what this means. You're arguing semantics. 7 + 7 is 17. You're arguing pencil strokes. Like, no, 7 + 7 is 14, and we're not arguing pencil strokes. I don't know what you mean by that. But the brand has to stay on point. It's the things we need to be sticking to the. Well, actually, I don't even care when I say the brand. I'm just saying how. I don't even care.
Well,
if they lose their way, they lose their way. Like I'm not like I'm not bothered by it, but I enjoy talking about it. And if you're gonna sway away from the truth, more fodder for me. What were you gonna say?
No, I don't know if I was going to go into it. I kind of got distracted by Lauren's comment because she put, "You shouldn't rely on other people to cure your loneliness."
The whole thing with loneliness too, yet once again, going back, there is no such thing as fucking loneliness. It's you're telling yourself a story and you don't want to change your story. So if you go to a CrossFit gym, you will have a distraction from that story. And it's a good distraction. I'm okay with that distraction. And there's no two people whose loneliness is the same. That's why it's all just fucking woke talk. It's all nonsense. It's all fucking marketing. It's not the CrossFit that we were told what is CrossFit. It's not observable, repeatable, measurable. Everyone's always known it's the byproduct. Happiness, a cure for loneliness, a self-worth. Like we've always known that. Helps you quit smoking. We did a study. No, you didn't do a study. You did a fucking survey. It's a lie to say. It's a fucking lie to start talking about loneliness like it's fucking real. And it's okay. but not to be forward facing like that for the brand, unless you don't care about diminishing the brand. Drink a Coke. It makes you happy. You know what else fucking cures loneliness? You know, drinking a soda pop, eating a bag of M&Ms. Oh, cool. Yay. God, I was so bummed and I ate a sandwich. You know, if I eat sandwiches nonstop all day, all my fucking problems go away. L. Knowles. Yeah, exactly. I read the title, then it went in the trash. Exactly. Lauren Lewis. Yeah. Now, if you know your true self, you'll never be lonely. I don't even know my true self, but I sense it in there.
Okay. CrossFit is killing CrossFit.
So your argument is that loneliness doesn't exist because you can't measure it quantitatively. No, that is not my argument. That's I'm distinguishing between the brand representing things that are real and truthful and can be measured. Sure, if you want to go there, versus getting soft on the outside and just doing anything it can to get people into the gym and to not be precise in the wording and accurate and honest, truthful. Like there's people in the comments and Hiller's comments are like, there's peer-reviewed studies. No, first of all, who gives a fuck if they're peer-reviewed? That means nothing. And they're not fucking studies. They're fucking surveys. No one's measuring fucking loneliness. They're surveys. It's completely unreplicatable. Can you point to me? No, it's not just that it's not. I want to get through this here a second. So again, it's not real because it's not measurable. That's one of the qualities that make it so it's not. It could be real to you, but it's not real out here. It's not real objectively. My dick is peer reviewed. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
CrossFit Games event.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's fucking awesome. Now, does everyone get that? Does everyone get that joke? CrossFit Games Lonely Event 3. Okay, Travis, there you go. Yeah, it's not real. There's not going to be a lonely competition at the fucking CrossFit Games. And lane number 6, Danny Spiegel. And lane number 5, Danielle Brandon. Who is more lonely? 3, 2, 1, go.
Who is one low? Who is one low?
All right.
What do you think one more question.
I don't like today's show.
One more question.
Maybe since I got ass pounded in the beginning. I think the phone is down. Really? Let me see. Oh, yeah. It says someone called. Maybe the phone is down. Let me see. Bluetooth on. Oh, shit. You're right. A Rodecaster Pro. Oh, connected now. Sorry. Thank you. What were you going to say?
If you, yeah, like when you refer to.
Go ahead. Caller, hold on 1 second. Caller, hold on. Go ahead, Susan.
We could go through because this will be a whole thing.
Okay, caller, hi.
Chevy, how we doing? It's
Plumber, dude, thank you for your contribution to yesterday's show. You're fucking stuck.
Sorry, I didn't mean to stir the pot too much.
Dude, are you kidding me? It was gold. You are the catalyst for what Andrew Hiller called the top 50 moment on the Sevan Podcast.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I love it. You got your own clip. There's a clip. There's a whole sub clip.
No shit. Did I actually?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, you're in the game. You're the man.
On that topic, maybe you can't cure loneliness in CrossFit, but can you find community?
Yeah, all that. All that. And hey, dude, and here's the thing. Maybe you can cure loneliness, but it's your loneliness. What I'm saying is it's not
So the reason
there's no two people
right?
who it's going to be the same for. It's not something that's measurable. It's not something that's real. It's not something that's like, it's not like if a car's traveling at 60 miles per hour, how long does it take to go from point A to point B? It's just fucking nonsense talk. It's fucking, everyone has their own versions of fucking loneliness. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And if I can tell you that, if I'm going to start telling you that CrossFit, a CrossFit workout can cure every emotion, happiness, loneliness, it becomes ubiquitous and it's just pointless and insane. If you want to tell us, if CrossFit HQ wants to talk about loneliness and the power of CrossFit, they should fucking get together a panel of 6 people who are really depressed and have them talk about how they started going to a CrossFit gym and they made friends and found mates and got healthy, and they fucking it helped them deal with their loneliness and get to the, and then maybe someone can be like, what do you think was the root of your loneliness? And then finally they'd be like, well, it was because Uncle Buck diddled me when I was 7, or because I've been using social media nonstop for 20 years. But to say that like a loneliness causes sickness, it's just fucking bullshit. It's just fucking not even true.
Yeah. So
if an anvil drops on your fucking foot, your foot from 100 feet up, your foot will break. That is true.
That is true.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
The reason I asked, and it kind of stems back to my call from yesterday.
And wait, one more thing. Hold that thought. And it takes away from people's ability, personal accountability and personal responsibility to deal with their own loneliness. That is something that you, in the end, you are going to have to deal with.
Your gym owner is not going to fix it for you.
Yeah, no amount of blowjobs is going to make your loneliness go away. Yeah.
So
you ever had a blowjob, Will? Will, you ever had a blowjob?
Yeah.
Okay. You ever given one?
Thank you. No.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay. Your gym. Go ahead.
So the reason I ask is because I got my mom in a CrossFit gym about a year and a half ago now. She's almost going on 2 years, right? And one of the main reasons why was because I felt she needed more things to do, right? Like very sociable, but now she found a community in this CrossFit gym, and I knew she would. Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Was talking about being lonely, and I knew it would be an answer, right? She would meet friends. She would make friends. And now she has that community. She's the oldest one in the gym, right? But she wears that like a badge of honor versus like at first she was like, I don't know if it's for me, right? Like I can't do everything that everyone else can. But then yesterday I get a text and she's like, I just upgraded to 25, right? And she's stoked. And that's the main reason I asked, because I've seen the impact that it's had for my mom, when she's made a ton of new friends and has this community. That's the only reason I bring it up.
Yeah. So there's some, I'm not doing a good job at distinguishing between
I think you are.
Because of what I'm saying, people are thinking that I'm saying that loneliness isn't real in terms of for a person.
No.
What is, you could say you're lonely all day long.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in supporting that because I know it's not the truth. I'm not interested in supporting your bullshit story. There's some story you're telling yourself that you are now calling lonely. And I think people that use the word lonely aren't aware of that story they're telling themselves. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're actually filling their loneliness up with that story. I'll give you another fucking more real answer, a real thing. When there's a car horn beeping outside your window at night and it wakes you up, what's really making you angry is not that car horn, but the story you're telling yourself. Holy fuck, I have to work at 5 a.m. Who's this fucking asshole whose car alarm's going off? Oh my God, I'm so stressed out. I have an interview and now I'm not getting enough sleep. That's what's really pissing you off. And I don't think fucking 99% of the people fucking realize that. And that's okay. Yeah. You don't have to. But when this program that is based in real shit called CrossFit is now fucking allowing people to run with these fucking bullshit stories about their loneliness and supporting it, I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it opens the door for all sorts of fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
And so if you're lonely, if someone said to me, hey, I'm really lonely, I'm thinking about doing CrossFit, do you think it would help? I'd be like, fuck yeah, get some. Fuck yeah, get some. It'll totally help.
Mm-hmm.
It'll totally help. I mean, I medicate with fitness all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And the irony is this too, is you could work out by yourself and it would help.
Yeah. No, you're right.
There's this Taoist saying, stop thinking and all your problems go away.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, if you're in oxygen deprivation mode, you ain't worrying about a lot of shit.
No, you're not. You can't.
No, you can't. You're like, oh fuck, I'm in survival mode. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I just don't like the presentation of it. It takes away from what we are as CrossFit. Like we're a fucking serious. It takes away from the message. Yeah, we're a serious fucking program. We're more serious. Yeah, we're more serious than anything pharma puts out.
Yeah.
What? We have greater efficacy results than anything fucking pharma puts out.
Mm-hmm.
Anything any self-help book puts out.
Anything Gold's Gym puts out.
Yeah. So why are we softening our shit to what are we going to start saying next?
They want to put more members in, but I don't know.
And I'm okay. Work. I'm okay with getting more members. Just find a way to say it that's not a fucking lie.
Yeah.
And that's serious. I feel like when the brand does that, they're fucking spending their own equity, their brand equity.
Yeah.
You're losing your seriousness. Like, hey, dude, do you have type 2 diabetes? Because, oh my God, are you about to be on dialysis? Because once you go on dialysis, you have a 5-year life expectancy. Oh shit, we got to get you to a fucking CrossFit gym. Well, why? Well, because if you want to live, that is the best place you can fucking go. Not fucking Kaiser, not fucking Stanford Medical, but a fucking CrossFit gym.
Yep. Yep.
And
not the fucking personal trainer at whatever gym.
Right.
That's going to have you do bodybuilding, right? And they're going to have you walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes, which would help you more than doing nothing.
Yeah.
But it's not what you need.
There was that gym, I can't remember where, but I think it was in Phoenix, and they put up that fucking sign, "We cure type 2 diabetes."
Bold.
Hey, if all of us know, yeah. Anyway, so I know someone's gonna be like, "Well, it doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. You can still say it cures loneliness." Just going down idiot world.
Very true. Well, have a good morning, gents.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Later, dude. Bob Jerome gets it.
What'd you say?
Bob Jerome's comment.
He's a harsh critic. The last few regimes at CF merely reflect society instead of reshaping with soul integrity.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying to you when we were having a conversation.
Travis, I totally hear you. So you're saying, okay, Andrew, so do you agree that social isolation and feeling of loneliness negatively impacts overall health? So let me take the first part. Do you agree that social isolation, dude, I've never felt better than when I'm alone. Every time you sleep, you're alone. I like going on long walks. I'm alone. I like breathing alone. For some people, maybe being alone in the story they start spinning in their head is horrible. But at the end of the day, I don't think being alone. I don't think it categorically. I think the truth is that when you're alone is when you're going to be able to do your most significant work to make you happy. Caller, hi.
Sebby, hi.
Hi.
Sousa, hi. So
Yo.
I think you're looking at it from your perspective, and that's not really what's important of what we're looking at. So when you say you do your best work when you're alone, like you've got to look at it from somebody else's perspective. And I work in a forward-facing healthcare role. I see this all the time. Look at it through the eyes of a 90-year-old that just spent 3 months in the hospital. They're socially isolated. They're not near their family. They're out of their routine with their normal social, going out for tea and toast, and they're physically, wasting away. Like, look, do you think that those people are going to go home at 90 years old and, be reflecting on their loneliness and feeling about it the same way you are? It's not even comparable. And that's what, I think you're missing the point on.
No, I don't mind I agree with you 100%. Let me use a different example than 90-year-old. Bear with me here if you're okay with this one. What do you think about this example? You have a group of 10 kids, right? And they've all come from abusive homes, and they're all they've all been busted for illegal crimes, right? And you're going to get them together. And there was a program like this, a movie was made about this, and you're going to take them out to Kenya somewhere where there's no electricity, no running water, and you're going to have them go on some sort of 3-month fucking like build teepees, hunt their food. They're all going to do all that stuff together, right? Let's say they're going to do that. Or even something like Matt Schindledecker's program. They're going to all go to CrossFit somewhere. Who is this? This isn't Matt, is it?
This?
Yeah, who is this?
No, this is Travis.
Oh, okay.
For the comments.
Oh, okay. Okay. So let's say, let me, sorry, bear with me here. Matt Schindledecker's program. So you get these kids and they're fucking miserable and they feel alone, right? Their fucking family life is horrible. They've just been arrested for stealing. All their friends fucking suck. But now they're doing this CrossFit program at Matt Schindledecker's gym, and there's 13 of them, and they do it 5 days a week, and they do it with their probation officers, and they start to feel community, and they start to feel connectedness with other human beings, right? And their loneliness subsides, and they start to feel like they have value and contribution to humanity, and they start to believe in themselves. I'm all for it. I think that's fucking amazing. Great. Cool.
That's what I mean. I think we're just arguing semantics and we're going in a circle. Like, just take it for what it is. As CrossFit advertising the community aspect of CrossFit and joining an affiliate. It's a good thing. They weren't saying they're curing loneliness. They're not curing loneliness. Loneliness is just one, social hygiene is just one factor that plays into your overall health.
Brother, I hear you, but it's a very, very slippery slope. Like, look, we all hate speech, right?
No,
but it really depends on who's defining what hate. Go ahead.
Sorry. I want you to explain it to me directly, though, without using an analogy. Just if the point has merit, just let it stand on its own. Don't use an analogy. CrossFit provides community. Social isolation and a lack of community has a direct impact on your overall health. I see it all the time.
But that's not true. That's not true. Hey, that's not true. I could. Hey, listen. I could say to you, hey, social isolation is the only way to wisdom. I could say to you, 100%, being by yourself, watching your own thoughts is the only way that leads to true happiness. Is to be able to watch your own thoughts and be responsible and personally accountable for your own thoughts. I could go off forever on that also.
Well, sure, but that's not what we're talking about when we're talking about social isolation in this context. Like, you're trying to frame it from a different point of view. That's not what they're talking about when they're talking about loneliness and the studies that they're referencing in their article. The survey, loneliness and isolation from that perspective.
The surveys that they're referencing. Why do you have a problem with the way I'm wording it? Why can't it just be like, hey, we have this?
My biggest issue. Sorry to interrupt you. No, my biggest issue with this is like, between you and Hiller, like, to me, the best thing about CrossFit is the community. Like, I think everyone would agree. Would you not? Like, I can go to the YMCA and do fucking a 20-minute EMOM of burpees and wall balls, but it sucks dick, so I'm not doing that. Go to an affiliate. The best part for a large part, I'd say for most people, if I had to guess, would be the community. This is just an article, advertising itself to people that maybe are looking for a community and a cure for their loneliness. And then to see you guys like rail on it, it's just like, it's just like the constant negativity is so tiresome. You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of shit that you can call out that sucks, or there's plenty of good things. Like, I just don't know why you get so hung up on this when overall it's a good message. And that's what I mean, where you're just getting hung up on the semantics of it.
Hey, I was going to give you another metaphor.
No metaphors, no analogies.
No metaphors, no analogies. I want everything I want the things that are I want CrossFit to stay very strict on the measurement thing. I want it to be if I was running it, I want it to stay strict to brand. I want it to stay strict to the brand. Measurable, observable, repeatable. I want it to stay. The reason why we have CrossFit today is because Greg Glassman defined fitness in a measurable, repeatable, observable way. And I know I said those out of order. And this thing that Rosa brought in, where he changed it from the cure for the world's most vexing problem to a workout that makes you happy, I don't think that shit is good for the brand. think it's horrible for the brand. And so I'm,
So lucky.
as much as I think we agree that CrossFit is fantastic for people, if you're in a bad mood or you have any emotion and you want it to go away, whether it be happiness or sadness, you can do CrossFit and it will go away. I don't think that that's where it's the representation and the slippery slope that it leads to us not be taken seriously. And that's my point. That's my point. And I apologize if it feels negative. I don't want to do that. And thank you for calling. I'm stoked you called.
Okay. Well, we'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
Thanks, Abby.
Bye.
Have a good show. Bye.
Why can't I use a metaphor or analogy? Octane CrossFit. Damn, look at Paulina. It was Octane.
Cool picture, Paulina.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, I want to go.
Okay.
Andrew Hiller, CrossFit is the product. What it is should stand on its own. You shouldn't need to pull in emotion because the product should always, the product should and always did the marketing.
Jedediah, have fun at your day 2 for the L2.
Seema, Coke relies on your feelings about it for you to drink it. That's why they show dancing.
Mm.
Marketing is all about emotion.
Mm. Okay.
Extra sloppy. Furthermore, people can and do stress themselves to sickness as a byproduct of that. Depression does make people physically ill. That's a factual statement. You're saying your thoughts can make you sick.
Yep. That's true.
Stress can also make you stronger. When you stress the body, it comes back stronger.
It's also true.
Without depression, there couldn't be the opposite of depression.
It's also true. Without happiness, there couldn't be depression.
Hey, the thing is like, those of us who are on this side of the argument, if there is an argument, we clearly see what you on the other side are talking about. We're not disagreeing with anything that you're saying. It's just that it shouldn't be presented that way. It shouldn't be presented it shouldn't be presented that way. Hey, Mary. Mary said we're talking about this longer than Dave talked about keto. I forget what she said. The thing is that for those of us who see what's going on here, you're opening up a door. And I apologize. I know I'm not articulating it as clearly as I want to, as clearly as I see it. We're opening up a door that leads to the erosion of what CrossFit is. It sounds all great. It sounds all great to say no one wants hate speech. We should get rid of hate speech. Until one day when someone comes along and they're like, hey, did you know affirmative action is really racism? And someone goes, hey, dude, that's hate speech. And they take you out back and beat you. Because no one can define what hate speech is or isn't. So you have to just go with freedom of speech. We have something very similar that's going on here. You have to keep CrossFit extremely fucking focused on what it truly can and can't do. Be focused on that, on what's real. The rest of the stuff can just be byproducts. CrossFit's not going to make it. Saying that CrossFit cures loneliness is saying that CrossFit will make you an NFL player. It's just like, okay. It's irresponsible, fraudulent language. What? Hate speech? Or saying that loneliness causes sickness. Do you think this is true? I can do a 275 front squat for 5.
Is that good? There's no such thing as like, is that good? It's like
But that is, but that is good. Unless you're 800, I think that's good.
That's a heavy front squat. Can you clean it? If you could front squat it for 3, you should be able to clean it.
There you go. No analogy. You have to focus on what's real, and that's the thing, man. Some people can't fucking distinguish. They so want to defend that their loneliness is real.
Oh, interesting. Extra sloppy. I don't know. I put more value in the community than the methodology. I don't think it's a problem of someone else feels different, though. Without the methodology, there wouldn't have been the community.
Dude, I want to tell you something, that there is no community, dude.
Just a collection of people working out.
Dude, that's one of the biggest fucking scams ever. I'm okay going along with that scam, but there is no community. And that could be a whole nother show. There's no community, dude.
Interesting take.
There's no community. There's people at Sousa's Christmas party. There's no community. Saying you can cure loneliness is fraudulent language. Can't promise happiness either. Yeah, but I promise you that if you do 100 burpees for time, that your loneliness and your fucking happiness will subside for at least a little bit. Sevy's dog. I got a 91-year-old patient, has never left the house for 12 years. Does it count as loneliness? I don't know. My wife, after having the twins, did not come to the front portion of our 860 square foot house or go outside for 3 months.
Wow.
How long? You think it was only 2? No, it was 3. You really think it was 2? I don't hear that very often. She said you would know better than me. 3 months, and she was never once lonely, upset, depressed.
She was like, I was, and then I went into a CrossFit gym and I was cured.
She does go to a CrossFit gym regularly. She just went a couple days ago or yesterday. She went yesterday.
She go to Chalk.
A de-affiliated gym. Yeah.
Chalk. Andrew and I went to Chalk one time.
And you know what she just said to me? She said, "How could I be depressed? I just had to, or bummed. I just had 2 kids. Well, there's going to be a ton of, but she was isolated. Hey, and here's what's crazier. I took her firstborn away from her for 3 months. So basically, after she had been with Avi fucking every minute for 18 months, all of a sudden I was just fucking, he was mine.
This is a dark show. Damn.
It's okay. Hey, listen. CrossFit cures loneliness. It may switch to depression and a bad back. Cock, exactly. It's a correlation, not causation. A fit person surrounded by people can be extremely lonely because they ruminate on their depressing thoughts.
Young Jay, not cool, dude. Rambler, if you could power clean it, but you can't squat clean it, I'd suggest that you stop power cleaning heavy and you start squat cleaning moderate weight from position 1 or the high hang, where you don't let your shoulders dip forward. You just dip straight down, jump up, and pull into the bar. You got to correct that. Side tangent.
Oh, is this for
I'm
trying to think. I thought maybe I found. Oh, never mind. God, my shit's all fucked up. I've lost my way. I don't know what I want the show to be about anymore.
We need you to get you to the compound ASAP. We need you to get back to the garden.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You've been away from the homestead too long.
You think I'm ungrounded?
Yeah.
From the homes? Yeah.
You're a mess.
Sevy's a mess. All right, guys. Thank you. I don't know what's going on tomorrow.
Should I do a show and then just patch you in the car?
Yeah. I'm feeling lonely. I'm going to go to a CrossFit gym and cure my loneliness. Hey, that's so this is a perfectly great thing to say. I'm feeling alone. So I went to my CrossFit gym and I felt better.
I don't want loneliness as an enemy. I want the CDC. I want public health. I want the World Health Organization. Those are the enemies I want.
I think I have a mole on my back that just can a mole just show up on your back? This bump on my back, I don't know what it is.
I have no idea. I'm not the guy to ask that.
You a doctor? If I do CrossFit, will that bump go away?
Yes.
Bears. The Bears play today. Watch the Bears. Wanna love.
Yes, exactly, Ramber. The American Beverage Association, their funding of the exercise sciences, the corruption between pharma and our food and drug administrative institutions. Those are my enemies. Those are the enemies I choose. That's where I would steer the ship.
CDC. All right, guys. Love you. See you guys tomorrow. Oh, no, I won't. Susie will see you tomorrow. I think